Mr. Speaker, I stand on Order 8, Rule 4, to move a motion of urgent public importance to call on the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, to review the 2020 timeline for the compulsory use of national identity number to register for the 2020 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, UME. Mr. Speaker, JAMB is the sole body responsible for admission into tertiary institutions, colleges, and polytechnics.
Okay.
Matriculation Board, JAMB, to utilize the data of prospective candidates for the 2020 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, UMT, to register them for the exams. Further notes that the compulsory use of prospective candidates' data from the National Identity Management Commission's NIMS database will dispense with the need for JAMB to capture the biometrics of candidates, thereby helping them to curb incidents of multiple registration and other forms of malpractices perpetrated in the UMT process. Aware that henceforth the national identity number will be compulsory for the UMT registration. Worried, however, that many prospective candidates from remote locations in the country may not be able to register for the UMT due to non-registration with the names. Also worried that the notice given by JAMB is too sudden and not sufficient to allow the prospective UTME candidates to be captured by names. Recall sometime this year, an official of the NIMS disclosed that less than 20% of Nigerians are captured in NIMS database. Concerned that although there has been massive turnout of Nigerians to be captured by NIMS, most have been hindered by infrastructural challenges like poor network, internet network, poor power failure, lack of adequate manpower and equipment to attend to them. Also concerned that younger Nigerians and minors constitute the larger number of those yet to be captured by NIMS, mainly due to the prior registration criteria, which captured persons aged 18 and above only. Believes that JAMB needs to establish a better collaboration with NIMS, states and local governments to enable efficient and less stressful registration of prospective candidates. Resolves to, 1, commend the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, to synergize with the National Identity Management Commission for a more transparent, unified tertiary matriculation examination process. Urge JAMB to extend the commencement year for the compulsory use of National Identification Number NIN to the 2021 UTME in order to allow more time and better awareness for prospective candidates. Urge NIMS to establish more registration centers to accommodate the growing number of prospective candidates for the UTME. And finally, mandate the House Committees on Tertiary Education and Services and National Identity Management to identify the challenges in capturing Nigerians with a view to tackle them and increase funding if necessary. I so move. JAMB to curb the menaces of malpractice and other sanctity in the process is a very good idea and is timely. But the time is too short, Mr. Speaker. Looking at the fact that NIMS just recently on their webpage, they confessed that they only registered less than 20% of Nigerians. Out of the 200 million Nigerians, they registered less than 20%. Mr. Speaker, NIMS started quite a long time, and the time period they took from now to complete the whole registration is 5 years. I think 3 months is less than sufficient for students to come out and register, looking at the difficulty in registration. And there are very few enrollment points in especially the rural areas. Sometimes it takes quite a long time, a week, 2, for people to even come to the urban areas to register. And even if you register, for you to get your identity card, it takes like not less than a year in some instances. Mr. Speaker, and in some instances, last time I was able to read in one of on an online newspaper that in Oyo they don't even JAMB Oyo they don't even accept the slip. And at the end of the day, Mr. Speaker, if the time is not extended, we are going to ostracize a lot of our kids from registering into JAMB. And Mr. Speaker, the other issue is that they need to have a wider advocacy. There has to be wider advocacy to the rural areas, to other stakeholders, for them to implement this. It is actually a good idea, but the time is too sudden, is too short, and it needs to be, the commencement needs to be extended. For instance, JAMB is expected to start registration by December, and the exams are commencing on 20th March 2020. So 3 months is quite a short time for all these students to register. Mr. Speaker, that's my point.
Those in support of the motion as amended, please say aye. Those against, please say nay. Ayes have it.